I believe our next speaker is one that you have all been eagerly awaiting. She is no stranger to our platform in the United National Congress. She's a young woman, a proud Trinbagonian who resides in the village of Cunupia, where we are tonight. She obtained both her primary and secondary level education right here in Chaguanas. She's a fruit of a community-focused family. And at the young age of 16, she entered tertiary level education, where she pursued her associate degree in journalism, public relations. She has a Bachelor of Arts degree in mass communication. And just 1 year later, and this is an inspiration to all you young people outside there, at the age of 22, she made a life-changing decision to enter the field of politics. Of course, with victory, being elected as a local government representative, the councillor for the electoral district of Cunupia, again where we are here tonight. Passionate about success, education has always been a key factor, and most of you know that. After being elected for a third term in office, she ascended to the position of mayor for the borough of Chaguanas. And you would know in the midst of the global pandemic, the defining trait and characteristics of this young woman was her caring, compassionate, and humanitarian service. And it gave her the title of the People's Mayor. In 2020, she was hoisted onto the shoulders of the constituents of Chaguanas East, where she was elected the Member of Parliament for Chaguanas East, where she now sits in Parliament representing you. Please welcome to the UNC Pavement Report platform, your very own homegirl, Miss Vandana Mohit.
Thank you very much to our esteemed political leader, the Honorable Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bisessa, our deputy political leaders joining us here this evening, members of NATEX, members of Parliament, members of the Chaguanas Borough Corporation, His Worship the Mayor, members of our NTA family, our Cunupia brother, Mr. Norman Dindial, my Cunupia family, most importantly, my Chaguanas East family, and the largest of all, our big family here in the borough of Chaguanas. Good evening. I want you all to give all of our speakers a round of applause for the excellent service they are providing within the borough of Chaguanas. People of Chaguanas East and environs, tonight I stand before you just after the halfway point of my parliamentary tenure and after a successful local government election 2023, where electoral districts in Chaguanas were secured with greater increases in those tight marginal seats. Therefore, it is incumbent upon myself as your local member of parliament to provide an account of my stewardship as your representative in parliament. Usually you will hear me going the hard political road, but this evening I thought that it is important for me to account to you as to what I have done for you in Chaguanas East. Tonight for me is not about much politics or old talk. It is about reporting on our accomplishments and achievements as a united constituency that would have positively impacted the lives of our constituents, whether it is a small or large issue. Ladies and gentlemen, my life has been one that has been dedicated to selfless service, and I'm sure you would agree with me. I can champion that statement since it has become my working mantra. Therefore, tonight, it requires a report, since this forum tonight is the Pavement report, and we must say and account for our actions since assuming respective offices. The office of the MP for Chaguanas East functions and operates, and I want you to listen to this carefully, functions and operates as a government, or let's say a cabinet, because we represent and address all matters affecting the lives of the people, not in Chaguanas East only, but anyone who knocks on our door. I'm sure you would agree with me, but the unofficial feedback is go by she, go by Vandana, you're gonna get through. She does help, they does help in that office, them does get things done. And that is the unofficial feedback. So ladies and gentlemen, let us start this report with the traffic situation in Chaguanas East. In early 2022, I filed a question to the Minister of Works and Transport on the Chaguanas Alleviation Traffic Project as regards phases 4 and 5. This can be evidenced by the oral question since September 9th, 2022, and it will show on the order paper. This fast-tracked the works with the widening, and let me not forget to mention our protest action, and you'll see some of it on the screen. Our protest action by all of us on that Chaguanas flyover. This would have fast-tracked the works with the widening of the roadway at the Endeavour overpass, currently being undertaken, which should assist with the traffic congestion. And I say, let all those outside of us in the UNC try to take pips. The Hansard records will show, our protest actions will show, our pleas will show, and it is well recorded and documented. I say actions speak louder than words. Let's move now to the S-Bend project. My friends, ongoing constant lobbying for the S-Bend project, year after year, question after question, letter after letter. And you all know where the S-Bend is, right here, bordering Jerningham and Endeavour. If the Minister of Public Utilities, the Minister of Public Utilities feels that I will get fed up and give up, he's in for a shock, since I intend to intensify my battle for that S-Bend project, which was already tendered and awarded. I even met the contractor there, but it had to be shelved because of his inaction of failing to relocate the Wassa lines. Tonight I say to the minister, make sure the S-Bend project is completed before the rainy season of 2024, or else you will feel the wrath of those residents in Cunupia who deserve better. My friends, I move now to the big, hot topic, the Bridle Road Bridge. This bridge is causing me sleepless nights, tough days. Sometimes I fight in some battles I don't know. But since my tenure as a local government representative, my views has always been for a total holistic development of the region. Let's not forget that. With any development, my friends, there will be disruptions, there will be obstacles and inconveniences. But the overall objective will be for the greater good. And this is commonly known as growing pains. I want you to take into consideration when you are building a new house, a temporary structure, or as we used to call it long time, a kutia, while the fancy one is constructed. This statement is predicated against the backdrop of the Bridle Road Bridge project, which I intend, and I give you that commitment today, I intend to see that bridge completed during this term of office. And I say to you, the benefits of this project would immensely improve the area and dramatically alleviate the traffic situation right here in Cunupia. The background of this project is well ventilated and articulated. From the early detection of its structural flaws, to the installation of the Bailey Bridge, to the traffic light installation, to the relocation, all these activities towards the final construction of the bridge was well communicated to the residents by myself and my office through numerous media platforms and personal interactions. Therefore, residents, I appeal to your good selves to be patient, hold strain, the bridge is coming soon. And let us not engage in much untoward action that can jeopardize this project. I want to tell you something. You all don't know this PNM, you know. You all remember the PNM is just looking for an opportunity to destroy your future here in Shogunas, and this project is your future. The child in the video clip that cannot go to school, I want that two-way bridge constructed so the child and other children can reach to school on time. So let us not get the facts misrepresented. This project is for the benefit of all of you, not just in Cunupia, Lange Park, Endeavour, Montrose, etc., Enterprise, North, South, everybody. I now move to drainage to let you know that a comprehensive audit was undertaken by my office, wherein water courses prone to flooding were submitted to drainage. I want to inform you that works have begun, construction works at the Dyack Estate River. In addition to that, cleanup works have taken place at Lalan River, Marchin River, the Caparo Brasso River, from the ice factory to super quality, the Montrose River, the Lachu River right here by the gas station. And I intend to follow up based on correspondence written on 9 projects where I'm requesting works. I now move to the Shogunas Borough Corporation. Numerous local government issues have been forwarded to the CBC via letters formally written, ranging from illegal buildings, encroachments, drainage, roads, recreation grounds, employment, littering, for their attention and necessary action. And I want to inform you that there's a blurred line between the office of the MP and the Shogunas Borough Corporation. However, whilst these function are under the remit of the CBC, we would continue to work together in your interests. I move to the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation. Several correspondents from the office of the MP forwarded to the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation for roadworks, drainage, infrastructural issues. We would have been able to get this project at the Marshall Trace location. I want to also inform you that there's a breath of fresh air in the area of Warren. And that is our new councillor, Kamla Pagu. She's not here with us tonight, but I want you to give her a round of applause. Hard-working lady. The only councillor in the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation. She has seen it fit and righteous to liaise with the office of the MP and provide her support, tremendous support, in undertaking drainage works. And we have visited Rampal Avenue and Marshall Trace Extension, where she will be placing her DP development projects for this fiscal year. So continue the good work, Kamla, and we look forward to having you in our next meeting. Cleanup campaigns. Since my tenure, the start, I would have done my first cleanup campaign in the community of Lange Park. Just recently, we would have done another cleanup campaign in the community of Point Pleasant Park. I now move to the Cerebral Palsy Society of Trinidad and Tobago. Ladies and gentlemen, after a debacle where the Cerebral Palsy Society of Trinidad and Tobago were literally evicted from the Carson Field Enrichment Center in late September, which further exacerbated their circumstances experienced by the children. An intervention was initiated, and I want you to give a round of applause to the Leader of Opposition, the Honorable Mrs. Kamla Prasad Bissessa, and His Worship, Mayor Faiq Mohammed. We would have worked in tandem to ensure that the approvals requested were given, and the Cerebral Palsy Society is now housed at the Chaguanas Borough Corporation, where they can undergo their therapy treatment. Big things in store. Very soon they will have a new home in Chaguanas. The mayor and myself, we are working with corporate sponsor Price Club, who is providing a home for the Cerebral Palsy Society free of charge. And my friends, despite all of this, no word from the government. So imagine we can see this, but the government cannot see the importance of these children. My friends, when it comes to constituency funding, despite no allocated resources to the office of the MP, we would have provided numerous families and organizations with support, religious bodies, sports clubs, youth clubs, victims of natural disasters, scholarship winners, many coming from the communities within the constituency, financially strapped students, school supplies to vulnerable households. In addition to that, I have my good friend Mr. Ralph from Pan Angels from within the community of Enterprise. He had an unfortunate incident, but we are dealing with that, where those youth, they were not judged. Unfortunate, but we will do all that is necessary to ensure that Pan Angels get what they deserve. In addition to that, many people have said to me, this MP all over the place like a fisherwoman. We have seen it necessary in this constituency to ensure that we safeguard families and ensure that there's food security within our community. Several seedling distributions within the communities to ensure that we have that homegrown food, and several fish distribution drives within our communities. In addition to that, I want to inform you that representation and works have been taken in the areas of housing, URP, wheelchair distributions, humps. We get in a 1 or 2 sticking here and there, but we still lobbying. Resolving, can you believe you finish pay NIS contribution and you still get in trouble in this country? We have resolved through the office of the MP several NIB issues, and we have many happy faces arising out of those resolutions. Pension applications assisted many. Grant applications assisted many. Sometimes I will have Kasana from my office heading down to self-help with several applications just to make sure that we get that receipt so we can have that evidence that those people would have applied. Resolving immigration issues. And of course, when we get our food cards for Christmas, giving to our constituents. I want to inform you that by correspondence dated 20th November 2023, I would have written to the Minister of Social Development as the shadow person for the Ministry of Social Development and Family Services, and I have asked for the ministry to provide at least 300 Christmas food cards this season. We look forward to that. We are calling on the government to ensure that families have something in their homes this Christmas, vulnerable families, to ensure that we get those Christmas food cards at the MP's offices. In addition, I was told that you know those green hampers you used to collect at the MP's offices with the chicken and the green vegetables during the COVID period? So I'm now told that the funding has to come from the Social Development Ministry, and NAMDEVCO will then prepare the green hampers. Given that, I know my colleague MP Ratiram, he deals with agriculture, but given that the funding comes from social development, we have written to the Minister of Social Development asking, the letter has gone already, asking for green hampers to be provided to vulnerable families for all MPs during this Christmas period, so families can have something within their homes this Christmas. We make the call to the government, help vulnerable families this Christmas. Friends, tonight I want to report to you that the MP office can be described as a factory representing people's issues here in the constituency of Chaguanas East. And it will be remiss of me if I do not speak about our farmers who have faced flooding, deplorable access roads, worsening giant African snail problem, whilst the Minister of Agriculture, who's a stone throw away from here, he's only studying to get crossovers, have people leave the UNC and come to the PNM. That's all the Minister of Agriculture is taken up with at this point in time. Nothing to deal with the farmers in Jerningham. They said that there are no registered farmers, and if they are registered, they will get the necessary funding and compensation. They are registered. We have proof of that. And they have not received any compensation. But we will continue, and we call on the Minister of Agriculture to deal with our farmers in Jerningham and Sugrim Street West. Before I close up, I want to inform you that the Hasrat Road extension, deplorable condition, I have submitted, and I know Mr. Damani is here, a former alderman within the UNC. Give him a round of applause. 2 schools in the vicinity, deplorable condition. The road is collapsing. I have sent a petition from the residents. I have written to the Minister of Works and Transport. Today I'm asking, Minister of Works and Transport, please assist under the secondary roads program. The children are going to school. Parents are damaging their cars, attempting to drop their children to school at Hasrat Road Extension. Please help us fix that road. I want to inform the communities in terms of sports that I will be approaching the Sport Company of Trinidad and Tobago to deal with the Postman grounds, to deal with the Dash Race grounds and the Avidesh Samaru Park in Endeavour. Because it is in a... I cannot blame the Chaguanas Borough Corporation because they can only do so much with their funding. But the help of the Sports Company, it is required. So we will be approaching them. These facilities, I can say, is in dire need of urgent help. You would have heard from the Councillor for Enterprise North, Esmeralda. We have worked with Digicel, and you now have a library and homework center at the Dash Race Recreation Ground. And this is a wonderful initiative for your community. I want to just deal with crime a little and then leave you for tonight. I want to tell you, do not be misled by this government's gamesmanship as it pertains to crime talks, and who should attend and who should not attend. From the perspective of the people of Chaguanas East, they are calling for the removal of the Minister of National Security from these crime talks, solely on the basis that if he was doing his job, there would not be any need for such crime talks to take place in the first place. And you have town hall meetings held by the TTPS in Chaguanas last night. Not even an invitation extended to the office of the MP. But I like the headline. TTPS receive licks from Cunupia residents. countless home invasions, and you all are waiting there for police support. I respect my police officers in Cunupia though, who always provide assistance. But of course you know how these systems go, so we cannot blame them present. But I have called for resources. I have even said that I will need to come here and ask for a police officer. We have called for police posts, nothing. Following the death of Jamal Morris. They promised you a police station in Longdonville Enterprise, nothing. So tonight I once again implore the authorities. I have seen that there's a drone, the mystery drone, here in Cunupia. Many residents have been raising this issue with me, that these drones are circulating within the communities, and then you see robberies happening within the communities. I have sent a WhatsApp last night to the Commissioner of Police, and today I make a call again for the TTPS to deal with these mysterious drones here in the community of Chaguanas. So my friends, remember that we must always work together in the interest of our community and our party. We must stand strong and not forget that we are in this to win this. One day we shall see the fruits of our hard work. I thank the honorable political leader for the opportunity to serve you. I say to you tonight, let us continue to work together and keep the faith. Long live Chaguanas East as we lead the charge into government. Long live the United National Congress. Long live our political leader.
Well, ain't gonna take an election time, everyone get around and join the line. Vote for Vandana, she's a one of a kind. Chaguanas East is about to shine. Trinidad, listen, now is the time. Let's hear it from my home girl. Chaguanas East, let's take control. Let's hear it from my home girl.
Thank you, MP Vandana Mohit. Make some noise for MP Vandana Mohit.